Hello, I'm Joel from Schnups Grain Roasting, and I want to introduce you to roasted soybeans today. You might have heard about feeding roasted soybeans for deer and might have some questions about that. The one question that we want to start with is, maybe that you have, is what's wrong with feeding raw soybeans? There's a couple things that we want to cover on the raw soybeans. The first one is raw soybeans have a lot of soluble protein. Soluble protein is readily available to the deer. They can get that through the grasses and other various food ingredients that they pick up. The other area is when you're feeding raw soybeans for hunting, the pile tends to get mushy rather quickly. If it rains or gets damp, it'll turn rancid rather quick and rot and spoil on you. What we get when we roast the soybean, the benefit from that is you get a harder soybean, so it lasts longer on the pile if you're using it to feed as a hunting attractant. The other thing is, if you want to get a little bit of an edge to your attractant, is the roasted soybean has a wonderful aroma. It has kind of like a roasted peanut aroma, and also has that roasted peanut taste. So the deer love the smell, they love the taste, and it'll draw them in for your hunt. We also get pasteurization, so we kill molds and toxins that are in the soybeans there, which will help in the health aspect of your deer. The other thing that we'd love you to do is have a year-long feeding program. And what this does for you is it gives you a healthier herd. So if you want to get bigger racks, healthier deer, keep feeding the soybeans all year long, because what the soybeans have, going back to the raw soybeans having soluble protein, opposite of that, the roasted soybean has a lot of bypass protein. Bypass protein is what is digested in the intestine tract. And this is where you push your rack. This is where the mothers push their milk. So take, for example, a doe that has a fawn. You're feeding that, the fawn has much more milk readily available for them. So now you have a healthier fawn, which will lead into a healthier adult. And doing this will help your deer meet their genetic potential. Genetic potential cannot be reached if you have a sickly animal. The other thing with feeding roasted soybeans is the rack. So if you have that healthy deer, the buck have a certain amount of days that they will grow a rack in. So if you start late, you lose some time of growth, which again leads to smaller racks. So to get that big rack, keep feeding them roasted soybeans all year long. What do we offer for you here at Schnups Grain Roasting? We offer you 40 years of service. We've been building these roasters since the 80s. We know the machines inside and out. So technical support, we're there for you. You can call us and our technicians can walk you through the problem and get you operating rather quickly again. The other unique aspect of the Roast-O-Matic is that it is a flame roaster. So the product actually drops through the flame. And in doing this, we give you a product what we call flame-kissed grain. That is where you get your aroma and flavor that you're looking for, is passing that through the flame. It's kind of like doing your steak on a grill. It just adds flavor with the flame-kissed. The other thing that we offer you is versatility. Our units come on a single axle or a double axle frame, where you can move the machine inside and out as you need to roast. You can pull it out. When you're done, you can put it back into a shed or wherever you park it, and that will give you a longer lasting machine. It's not going to sit out in the weather and deteriorate. Also, we offer 4 different sizes. We have a Model 50, which does 1.5 tons per hour, a Model 200 that does 5 tons per hour, a Model 400 that does 12 tons per hour, and a Model 800 that does 20 tons per hour. One final tip for you is, don't just stop with the roasted soybean. Look into roasted corn, roasted barley, roasted oats, roasted peanuts. They all add aroma and flavor and will be an attractant that the deer can't resist. So we'd love to talk with you. You can call us at 717-865-6611 or visit us on the web at roastomatic.com. That is ROASTAMATIC.com.